Well, hello, people. Welcome back to 90 and Out. I'm Timothy Holt, and let's get to it. What a week. So, if you were expecting the live stream tonight, February 6th, over on Rumble, we had to cancel that and postpone the launch of 90 and Out, Building the Kingdom One Brick at a Time live streams over on Rumble until March due to some technical issues and some personal issues. So, real quick, my son was involved in a motor vehicle collision earlier this week, over the weekend, and he had to have emergency spinal surgery. He is doing very well. He's expected to make a full recovery. We are extremely thankful and appreciative of, well, all of you and your support, our local church, local community, everyone. Thank you very much for everything you've done for the Holt family and here at 90 and Out. God is awesome and amazing, and to Him all the praise, all the glory, all the honor goes. Cannot begin to describe the sense of gratitude and overwhelming appreciation for the outpouring of love that God's divine providence has shown for us and to us through everybody at the hospital, the EMS staff, everybody involved. So thank you. With that as well, change in plans with this video. It's pre-recorded. Live streams are going to start March 6th at 8 p.m. over on our Rumble channel. So that's a Rumble exclusive. We're excited about what God has in store for 90 and Out for 2025 with the podcasts, the live streaming, and over on Facebook. So if you are over on Facebook and you are enjoying the daily readings and commentary with the 1-year chronological Bible and the NLT, please let us know. I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy it. So let us know. Really enjoy that. Head over to 90 and Out on Facebook for the daily reels, going through the entire 66 books of the Christian Bible and over this year, which is this right here. It is the Monochrome Bible, New Testament. I'd like to tell you who the publisher is, but honestly, I don't know. It's not printed on it. So, but that is the main focus for this video. It's a Bible review of this printing right here. So without further ado, let's cue the music and get right to it. All right, so let's get right into it. Overall flow of this video is going to be in line with the other Bible reviews we have on 90 and Out. We are going to do an overall composition and construction of it, positives, drawbacks, and negatives, and then a overall recommendation and rating. So that is the plan of action for this video. So let's get to the overall construction. Very good. So that's actually some of the highlights is the construction. It is bound really nicely. It's got string binding. There's a couple places where you can actually like open it and see it that I've been using. This was a Christmas gift from my lovely wife this past year. So for about last month and a half or so, I've been using it. You can see it featured in the Words in Red, Jesus Speaks podcast episodes over the last month. Most likely you'll continue to see it in that vein. But it is bound really nicely. The cover artwork with the cross, the white cross on the front and the back is very nice. The printing is easy to read. The Bible, the New Testament, One drawback or missed opportunity, if you will, is this white cross, half cross, is also on the back cover. And I think it would have looked really cool if they would have kept it coming all the way around to the binding. But they didn't. They just went with a simple white text on black background binding. It feels nice in the hand. It's nice and sturdy. This is the hardback version. I'm a fan of hardback and leather bounds for Bibles because I want them to have good use. And it is bound very nicely. There's no extra stitching or gold stencil work or anything. It's very simple binding. It is in a large print. I think it's a 10 or 11 point font. It is King James Version, so it is the King James Version font on black paper. This paper is durable. It is thick. It feels almost like a cardstock, a light cardstock or a construction paper thickness. So there is no bleeding over from the print. It is white lettering. That is its main selling feature or gimmick, if you will. But it is super easy to read as a result. So if you are used to reading things on your phone or tablet or other electronic devices and you put it in night mode or dark mode, this is going to feel right at home for you. That's actually one thing that I noticed about it that I really liked. And I was talking it over with my wife, and lo and behold, she decided to get it for me for Christmas. So that's the overall construction. It is only available in New Testament, and it is only available in the King James Version. So if that is a turnoff for you, be aware of that. But if you're interested in it, there will be a link in the description of the video provided. So positives, the binding and construction obviously is a big positive. It's super easy to read. I'm familiar with the King James Version. It's a beloved version. It's been around for ages, over 400 years. So you're going to get the these and the thous and the shells and shall nots and all that poetic early modern English language and sentence structure. If that's your vibe, then knock yourself out with it. It is recognizable for that. I like the textured print. It doesn't slip out of my hand. It definitely is easily gripped. I like the size. I like the font size. The paper is sturdy and stout, so I like that. It's easy to read. Those are all the positives. Those are the positives. So let's get to the negatives or the drawbacks. So let's start with the big drawback. It is New Testament only. It is not available as the entire 66 canon, Genesis through Revelation. The Old Testament is simply not available. The publisher, for whatever reason, I'm going to say probably cost, did not include any option for getting the entire canon, the whole Bible in this print. It's only New Testament. That is a big drawback for me. That's a big check in the negative box, if you will. The New Testament references the Old Testament so much that if you're going to try to read this and use it as a just a daily reader, you're gonna be find yourself wanting that Old Testament text. Other drawbacks. Well, let's just open it up and show you. So, front cover, very nice, right? You have the Holy Bible, the New Testament, King James Version. It's only available in the King James Version. I would have liked to have seen it in a more modern version as well as an alternative, like the New King James or the NIV or the NLT or the New Revised Version or even the English Standard Version. But it's only in the only in the King James Version. That's probably a cost-saving measure because the King James Version is in the public domain in the United States, so you don't have to pay any copyright royalties to use it. But it'd be nice if it was in a little bit easier reading text translation. Especially since it's obviously catering to a younger crowd that's used to using the night or dark settings on their phone or tablet. Then the next cover, they flip the page, you got the table of contents. The Gospel according to St. Matthew, all the way to the revelation of Jesus Christ, the revelation of St. John the Divine at the bottom, okay? The very next page, the Gospel according to St. Matthew. Now, there's something notably missing that you will find in almost every King James Bible, printing of the King James Bible. It is the letter from the translators, the original translators wrote a letter to King James. And that is almost always included either at the beginning or at the end of a King James Bible. I find that letter to be very insightful. If you're going to use the King James Bible, read that letter so you can get into the heads and the thought process behind the translation. And it's not here. It's not the back either. See, you've got 2 pages here that are just blank. So they could have easily put it in the back because the pages are already there for it. But nothing. It's not there. The other thing that is notably absent from this printing is anything from the publisher. There is nothing in here that states who published it. And that is kind of a big deal for me because I want to know who is making this Bible. Are they trustworthy? Is there quality? I mean, clearly they took a lot of effort in making it. It is a well-made book. But they did not take any credit. There is nothing here that indicates who is responsible for its printing. Nothing. And that's a big mark for me because if I'm just picking it up, most of the time, even when I'm in a hotel and I see the Gideon Bible sitting in the drawer, I will still pick it up and flip it open, and I want to see that publisher note saying who is responsible for its printing. And it's not here. I missed something that I do like about it. So, real quick, it is the middle. So, it is your standard 2-column per page print. But I really like this wide margin in the middle because as you can see, it does not lay flat. It's not a lay flat binding. As such, you have the option, you either hold it open, which is preferred, or you break that binding so it lays flat, which is going to make your Bible, your copy, wear out really fast. So easiest, just hold it open. And having that extra large margin in the middle there makes it so easy to read the entire text. You're not craning your head. You're not forcing the pages down. You just put a couple fingers at the bottom, and it's so easy to read. There is thin margin on the outside, but a very thick margin on the middle, and that is so nice. You can really see it towards the end. Like this is page 338 and 339. You can really see how thick that margin is. It just makes it so easy to read, those center columns. But you're not going to get any Bible helps, no cross-references, no concordance, no textual notes, no footnotes, none of those things that you typically find in overwhelming majority of Bibles, including just casual reading Bibles, not even study Bibles. We're not even talking about study Bibles, just casual reading Bibles. like the Thin Line series or one of those, you're still going to get some notes. This 1 year chronological Bible, published by Tyndale, at the very start, it says there's almost no notes, right? In the note to readers section at the very beginning. But even it has the occasional note. Like here, I just flipped it. This is a reading for August 11th. It says, Jeremiah gave these messages during Jehoiakim's short reign. It's very simple, very short. And it also, even at the bottom, has some footnotes on different text. This has none of that. Not a single one. It only has the raw text of the New Testament in the King James Version. The other drawback is this black paper. I know I just got done a little bit ago saying I really like the paper. It's nice and thick. There's no shadow printing where the ink from one side bleeds over to the other side. It's super nice. It's sturdy, high quality. But the downside is there's no place to take notes. See, that's one of my note sheets. This particular note sheet was for a Sunday morning sermon. You've got to be in the room was the title of that sermon. All right. But there is no place to take notes. There are places where you could take notes, like big open spots at the bottom of the page at the end of a book, or at the beginning of a book. Let me find one here. Yeah, like at the beginning of the book where it has a complete empty page, blank. But you're going to have a hard time writing notes in it simply because it's black paper. And most of the time we're using black or blue ink when we're taking notes, or we're using a black pencil. It's not going to show up well. So unless you're like me and you have a bunch of that kind of going on, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. One thing it does have is it does have your cloth bookmark, which is nice. It's good quality. It is embedded in the binding itself, so it's not just stitched onto the top like I've seen in other printings. It actually goes along the shaft of the binding, so that's really nice. But I would have liked just on those blank pages, just add a little bit of white line. Just for note purposes, kind of thing. Or make it the same black paper for the border, for the margin, but the middle part is your typical white paper so you can take notes. So let's get to the last section, which is overall, would I recommend it, and what's my rating? So if you've seen the other Bible printing reviews I've done on this channel, I typically will give like a certain number of stars kind of rating, or a thumbs up, I'll recommend it, or a thumbs down, I don't, with some caveats. So with this, just to recap, it's a very well-made printing. Unfortunately, I can't really recommend it as a daily reading Bible. And I definitely can't recommend it as a study Bible. The gimmick is the black paper and the white print, and for that, the publisher nailed it. They nailed the gimmick. I think my wife paid $40 or $50 for this, and I'm glad she did because I do like it, but I don't think I was willing to pay that much. That is the cost of a premium full-size Bible, a full-size study Bible. $40 to $50 is a full-size, high-quality study Bible. Instead, that's not what we have here. I think it's way more money than reasonable. For that price, I would have preferred at least the entire 66 books. Even if it didn't have the notes, even if it didn't have the letter to King James from the original translators, even if it didn't have a glossary of terms, and all those features if it was just the text of the 66 books of the Christian Bible. I mean, I think there's several missteps, like not taking credit for their work. I don't know why they wouldn't put something like right here, right inside the front cover, where it typically is, right there. Just, a publisher's note, but nothing. I believe it's called the Monochrome Bible. I will include a link in the description if you want to get one for yourself. But if you're looking for a daily reader, this isn't it. It's not going to work well for a daily reader because it's in King James only. It's not in a modern translation, and it's New Testament only. Those are the two biggest drawbacks: New Testament only and King James only. If it was available in something like the NSRV or the ESV or the NLT or even the New King James Version, that would be preferred. But I understand they're most likely trying to save money with copyright royalties and permissions. But I'm not sure why this would be so costly at $40 to $50. I mean, you can pick up a New Testament, this size, New Testament, hardbound, at online retailers for less than $10. Now, granted, they're not going to be good quality black paper with white ink, but they're going to have the same words on the page. If you're looking for a study Bible, this is absolutely not a study Bible. There is not a single study help of any kind in here whatsoever. It is strictly the text of the New Testament, the 27 books of the New Testament, in the King James Version, 1611, and that's it. Would I recommend it? Yes. I know that probably just blew some of you away, but would I recommend buying one? Yes, I would. And I would for a number of reasons. One, it is really well made. So it is really well made. The other reason is I'm pretty sure it is a small publisher, and that's why they went with the King James, because they just didn't have the money up front, seed money up front, to go with any other translation. So I believe I saw that they're planning on releasing the entire canon as the whole Bible this way, and if they do, I will almost certainly review it on this channel as long as I can get my hands on one. So I want to encourage this publisher to print the entire Bible and expand that. So that's one reason why I recommend it, is because the more people who buy this, the more likely they're going to be able to have the capital, the working capital, to print the entire Christian canon, the entire 66 books. The other reason, it is really easy to read. Like, this is 1 Timothy. It is super easy to read. If you like the King James translation, if you like the King James Version, by all means, pick this up to add to your collection, because it is really easy to read with that heavy black paper and the white lettering. But if you're looking to start your Bible collection, I would not start with this. I would start with a good quality study Bible and a daily reading Bible. And this does not really meet either one. It meets a niche. It's a niche Bible. Just like this one by Tyndale Publishing is a one-year chronological Bible. It's a niche Bible. It's for a very specific purpose that it was made. And the same thing is true with this. It would be nice to add to anyone's collection, but it definitely should not be your first one, or I would say even your first 5, or top 3, because it's not the entire Bible. It's only the New Testament, and there's no helps in it whatsoever. A glossary would be good, because it is a 400-year-old language. things like that. So I would give it a 2 out of 5. A 2 out of 5. It gets a 2 out of 5 because what they set out to do, they accomplished very, very well. I really like it. I would love to give it a higher rating, but I simply can't because of those reasons I've already stated and probably beat into the ground, not having any place to take notes in it, not having the letter from the original translators to King James, and no publisher's note. So that concludes the review on the Monochrome Bible, New Testament edition, in the King James. All right, well, thank you for watching to the end. If you are still watching, greatly appreciate it. If we have earned your support, please hit that thumbs up, like button, subscribe, follow, all the social media stuff. We would love for your help in doing that and spreading the word and getting us more exposure. The other aspect is you can check out the links in the description, including one to pick up your copy of the Monochrome Bible in New Testament edition. Stay tuned for more on the live streams, Building the Kingdom One Brick at a Time, exclusive to our Rumble followers over on Rumble. And the daily reels on Facebook with the, there you go, so you can see the actual cover. The 1 Year Chronological Bible by Tyndale Publishing. And I'm Timothy Holt. This is 90 and Out. May God bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace.